Hello, everybody. Happy Family Day. If you guys observe. Hi, everyone. Happy, actually, it's technically in 5 hours, right? Also, happy CNY. Hello, hello. How is everyone doing? I'm pooped. Today's been a very busy day. My mental energy is at probably next to zero. Hi, aloha, how you doing? Go clean yourself? Damn. I didn't mean I pooped like actually. I mean I'm pooped like energy. I got nothing, guys. Nothing in the tank. Love this guy. Hi, Isapi. Also, my hands have been extremely dry today. So they are literally falling apart. I keep thinking I have splinters, but 65 already? Good evening, everyone. Hi, Rapius. Dude, I've been lotioning all day. All day has been lotioning. They have not been helping, though. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Is this guy corking out? We do have some cork. Good old cork. Hi, are we hydrating? Yeah, everyone hydrate. Lane, thank you so much for being here for 250 streams. Also, Ravius, thank you so much for the tier 1. Thank you, man. My fear is, and I have a weird fear of this, is if I use the ointment or like the topical creams, some of them have steroids in them. And I don't want to do that because I feel like my body's not going to like that. I just have this like gut feeling. What does help though is if I take warm showers. So I'm going to take one later. This has been a big help though. Today has been, I don't know. Today has been like dry as fuck though. So, what's the best material for dampening? A cork, pour-on, or some other materials? I mean, I think pour-on is a great dampening material for sound.
Getting jacked from using hand cream.
Well, getting jacked. I don't know about that. I mean, what? What are we talking about, Baron? Just read your article on linear switches to try. You forgot to mention everything HMX has ever made. There's going to be HMX mentioned in a tactile, believe it or not. There was good HMX I was going to put on there, but like truly, I haven't been using HMX switches as much as I thought I was going to use. Like I've tried a whole bunch of good ones. Yeah, there's a lot of really nice HMX switches right now. But like ultimately the Cheese V2s, aesthetic. Thank you so much for the tier 1, man. Like the Cheese V2s have been one of my favorites. And then I think the Roller V2s, I am just so grateful they're back, you know. And then, you know, we have the Kale calligraphies, which I instantly almost fell in love with, basically. The Gatoron X, which is kind of the milky yellow variant. And then, you know, for good measure, I just put the granite switches in, just because I think the granite switches are still one of, like, anything from Type Plus, really, at this point. Just have some of the best stock lube switches out there. I would even say they're a notch above HMX. So, and I feel like HMX gets mentioned every time I do something linear-wise. So we're not going to mention it this time. AMD, thank you very much. I appreciate
18 months with one of the best communities I've ever been a part of.
www.com. Can Hydras compete with Gatoron Type Rs? I think so. I honestly do. I think Hydras are on scale with it. I love the Obscuras, but like they're not new per se. Like, I have used them before and recommended them before, so I didn't really want to list them.
D.
Hi, Zeal, and you took the words right out of my mouth. Oh, man. No MX Blacks, no Nixies, no Milky Yellows. GG's, guys, forgot his origins. No, we're not going to put the switches I use all the time. I might make a separate article with my favorite switches, but these are linears to try that I think people will enjoy. My top pick is definitely the Roller V2s. I really think you guys should try those. They are fantastic. Hi, Glows. How you doing? Shark, thank you so much for the tier 1.
Hope your throat feels better today.
It sort of does. I don't know what it is, but I'm also really, really low energy today. So I'm not sure what's going on. I'm hoping I'm not relapsing back into some sort of sickness. Oh, did I do a typo? Well, I'll fix that later. Honestly, I have my spell check in there, but sometimes it doesn't register. Like, it doesn't put a red line under things, but hey, at least you guys know I'm not using AI to write my articles. At least you guys know. Hope's all is okay. We're here for you. Thank you, Shark. How are you feeling? Feeling okay? If you ever need a shoulder to cry on, I happen to have 2. Can I take you up on both? AI Otos. There's something, that's something who's using AI would say. This ain't a guy. Did you use the Project Debut Evo in the shots? I did. So I ended up getting, I don't know if I told you guys. So nice. We ended up getting a record player, which is kind of over here. But I haven't really used it much because I'm going to take this new hobby really, really, really slow. Extremely slow. And I'm buying probably mostly used for everything. So, are we there yet? Hello, right now? Hi, Dead Echo, how you doing? Conan, thank you so much for the Prime, and Noon, thank you so much for the Prime as well. Yeah, but very, very, very slow. Photography and desk tour when? There's still a lot of, I know I always say this, and it's just like never ending. I'm just, quite frankly, like my room is literally a work room. There's shit everywhere and nothing's properly organized. I want to get to a point where at least the organization makes sense. I'm not necessarily in love with all the furniture I have in here, but it is what it is. So, hydrate, got you. You've been using it for Switch photos, so that's good. Yes, somewhat. It's useful now. Don't drink it. Oh my god, there's shit in your room. Hey, listen here. I didn't mean it like that. Not rum. Room. Guys, I do not say it with a U, please. We're going to be building Chozo's Dimple today. It's probably going to be a shorter build, but we're just going to take our time. We're going to chill. We can talk about stuff. We can hang out. We can do anything you guys want. Actually, I was doing a lot of organization of keycaps today. And you know what's funny, guys? I have no clue where Monokai material is. I've pretty much, except for a select few that I have on display, taken off the keycaps off most of my boards. Zero idea where that set is. I probably sent it to someone by accident. And no one's told me. Usually people are good about telling me, and honestly, last time someone got a GMK set from me, I just said keep it. I'm not going to pay for shipping back when it's like 40, 50 bucks. Might as well just go buy a new keycap set on sale. Wait for the sales, you know? So, wasn't it on your Mode Envoy? It's not. No idea where it is, bro. But I did find an additional like 10 keyboards we're going to give away. Probably not all in one go. Probably going to split it up into like one later on in the year. But yeah, there's going to be some crazy giveaways next giveaway thing that we do. Scotty. You know what else is crazy? How much I fucking love you, bro. Scotty, I hope you're having a good day. Despite everything. I believe in you, Scotty. We're all here for you too, by the way, man. Love you, buddy. Alright? Big hugs. A bonnet? What are we doing? I look terrible in hats. I don't know if I'm a hat guy. Alright. Do you look how good the manta's looking? Just look how good. Do I swap the artisan, though, for the Mio cap? I don't know if it particularly fits this theme. But it's up to you guys. I'm celebrating Lunar New Year. It's January 1st in lunar calendar. Yes, happy CNY to everybody who's celebrating. I love that knob in there. It's a pretty nice novelty. Like, it suits the thing here, but I don't know. It does look better, but I see something nicer in that smile. Please, Hope, don't make me blush. Yeah, and then I was actually going to use this board today, but I decided against it. Just because the Manta was on my desk, and I'm like, screw it. We're using the Manta. Alright. How are you guys doing today? How do you fix Bananid 7Us? On ABS or on PBT? Manta Monday? Yeah, Manta Monday. Now, I'm not sure if all the parts are in here. I guess we'll find out here in a moment. I don't know. Ugh. On ABS, so I've done this once or twice. Gonna be honest with you, I don't necessarily recommend doing it. Take this with a grain of salt, please. You can get a hairdryer. I hate saying this already, but the only effective method that's worked for me hasn't been boiling them or using hot water. I get really heavy books and I get a hairdryer. And what I do first is I try to do it where nothing can get set on fire, basically, and wear like an oven mitt. Just hair dry the ABS cap, get it really warm, and then I just kind of slap the books on top of it. Nothing crazy heavy though. But that's what I found works the most. And I've gotten a few that were really bad. If you guys remember, all of my Crimson Cadet ones were awful. So I've gotten the Crimson Cadet ones to be great from that. But again, I've also had some not so great experiences. So, I don't know. Not really, you know. What I do is go to a meetup and find someone with the same set and then ask them, hey, what's that over there? Damn, Friedza, he's ruthless. Mentioning your Manta, I saw that Novel Keys has round 2 spacebar kits for all of them clearance. Oh, really? So that would give you... Oh shit, I should go pick those up. Is that new service you will be offering? ABS spacebar? No. Please. No. Nothing like that. I don't want to ruin no one's stuff. Pretty please. Okay, PCB's in here and stuff too. I thought they built a few Dimples, and I swear to God, didn't they build an aluminum Dimple at one point? Were they always acrylic? Not that I kind of like acrylic boards, but I don't remember now. It's really wrapped up here good. I was using a hairdryer to reshape ear hooks in my IEMs. I kept tripping my room's breaker. Yeah, I just do mine like in the washroom area. The restroom area, whatever you want to call it. Sorry, this is loud. I'm just going to move it off my desk. We'll do it. Damn, why is my desk looking so nice today? Oh my God, there's so much bubble wrap. Alright, so there's this, which I'm not sure what this is for. I'm guessing this is the foot. Oh, this is cool. Never mind, this is going to be a longer stream. Because we now have to remove all this bullshit off of the acrylic. Sorry guys, it went from a probably hour and a half stream to a 3.5 and probably 4 hour stream. I'm gonna have to remove all this bullshit off the acrylic now. Hey, Sony, you know what? You need a refresh. You need a refresh from... You know what? I also think I'm gonna change the focusing mode. Maybe I just need to change it. Oh, maybe it's because of the reflection? I have no idea. I don't know if I've ever removed it perfectly. Honestly, this shit drives me up the walls. Doing this always drives me up the walls. Apologizing for a longer stream is crazy. As long as we're all here having fun, just chilling with each other, it's all that matters. Right? I think this will be fine. Flathead screws. Did I miss when Alex gave that compliment, or did he miss it? I gave it. What's the 65 on the desk? This is the Manta. This is a keyboard Bowl and I worked on. Also, we're very pleased to say that from the samples we saw of the flame patina for the people who got the special edition, they look way better than what I did. Mine looks okay, but they did a way better job. Okay? Just so you guys know. Show them. Let me find our conversation bowl. Hold on. Let me open this up and show you guys. They look so much nicer than what I did. You guys want to see? Mine's so bad in comparison, dude. This is what they did. This is my terrible attempt at doing it. Dude, honestly, they look so much nicer. I gotta say, like, I'm kind of jealous. Nah, I don't... Honestly, I think they got the small pattern down, but they have more, like, depth in theirs. When I look at mine, I think mine looks more like an oil stain. Theirs looks flame patinaed. So this was my attempt at the concept of doing this, and this is, like, probably... Because they use proper tools and stuff. Dude, I used a food torch. Yeah, mine looks like an oil painting. Or, like, not an oil painting, oil stain. Anyways, theirs looks so much better, dude. Mustard patina? No. I was gonna say, to be fair, they built a whole setup just for this. Yeah, they also did that. I shouldn't put myself down. Really? You think mine looks better? I don't know. I'm actually more into them. Actually, you know which one I really like? The second one. But they're all really nice. Really? I'm gonna be honest, guys. This is what I had in mind when I... Well, you guys can't see, but this is what I had in mind. This one. When I did mine. So, I just didn't get it right. That's why I told you guys I was going to do another one. But I was going to probably actually get a proper setup for it too. Above, thank you so much. I appreciate it, man. Trust me. I think when you guys put on that one there onto the green board where it's supposed to go, it's going to look way nicer. I think that theirs looks nice, but I think yours is not as severe, which I'm totally here for. Hey, and if you guys want how I did it, it was literally a food torch. So for anyone who got the machinist and wants to patina theirs, I just got a food torch. It did take me like 20-30 minutes to do, though. So it wasn't like an instant thing, and you please do it in a safe spot. Please. Damn, everyone likes mine more. I'll be offering a service if you guys want. I can use my food torch. Probably cheaper for you guys just to buy your own because it's like only $50 or something for one. But if you guys don't want to play around with that, then maybe I can do it for you guys. Any chance I could cop a Manta PC top silver bottom weight cop? No. Unfortunately, we have none left. I'm so sorry, Jin. There are extras in other vendors, but they're like extra prices, and then most of the ones I think are in Europe, so you're paying like tons of extra fees. We will have extras though, Jin, so please don't stress. There will be extras. If I sent you a copper bottom from a Neo board, would you patina it? I think at this time here, to be completely honest with you, I'm only comfortable doing patina services on raw. Just because I don't have the ability to strip the clear coat. And I don't... It's not that I don't want to, I just don't want to have more stuff in this vicinity of stuff. That made no sense, but you guys know, understood. There will be extras in the configs listed. Unfortunately, there's no way to customize the Manta. I'm gonna keep it buck, guys. Me and Bull understand. Me and Bull, we get it. A lot of people wanted to customize it. Perhaps our next project will allow customization. But you have to understand too, and we love you guys, it does raise the price and delay things. And I just didn't... Honestly... I'm going to speak for me here. I didn't think people would want to spend an extra like $30-$40 just to get custom parts for it. So we tried to pick very neutral colors, but it would have been an extra fee just to have like customizable parts, just because it would have taken more time for packaging and there's labor involved with that. So maybe next time. The Manta was just already so expensive, and we were like literally trying to get everything perfect with pricing. It's not a fun process. Oh, fuck, I hate doing these things. Yo, honestly, maybe I'll just do one of Chose's other boards here. I don't think I have the nails for this today. Whatever. You know what? Even if we don't finish this today, I'll just continue it tomorrow. We're just going to hang out. Fuck it. Tweezers. I don't know if the tweezers will work very well today. Let's see. No, this is a really old board. I'm not sure if you can buy the Dimple still. I really don't know. He sent me so many acrylic things where I have to peel. I understand why he never built any of these things now. Dude, I might have to get Pretty Calamity in here to help me out. Oh my god. I do it with my nails so I don't damage the acrylic. I'm just trying to pick at the edges here. So here we go. We're starting now. Use your teeth. Oh my. Might cave and get the machinist colorway whenever extras happen. Yeah, I don't know when that's going to be. Maybe Bull will have a better idea. But we're still very much on track to hit our quoted time. So please just bear with us, guys, and there will be some fun extras too. Just bear with us. No, it's a protective cover on the acrylic. I'll be honest though, I despise acrylic builds. Love them because I love the way they sound, but this is partly the reason why I stopped building my own acrylic stuff. I still have a bunch of acrylic boards that I never put together for this very reason. Yeah, you know what? I should just build it like this until Chozo. I never knew about it. I'd be like, sorry, man. Oh, that's a shiny plate. Oh, both sides. Extras are always a few weeks after the GB delivery. So there you go. When we deliver it, kind of self-time yourself, I suppose. But we'll make an announcement anyways. Oh, boy. I bought an Event Horizon. I have no idea what that means to be on time. Did they ship them yet? I thought they shipped them. I thought that was a thing. I love Cannon Keys Stack Series. I think they're great for first solder boards. Cannon Keys has a lot of actually really good starter stuff for getting into the hobby. Will you be offering build services for the special edition Mantas? I will be. There'll be special things I'll be doing for that too. Okay. Getting this one slowly. Surely, but slowly. Because these are older boards. So this is... It's kind of interesting actually because like stacked acrylic was so popular 5 years ago. I mean, even four years ago, I'd say it was like extremely popular to get stacked acrylic products. They were just cheaper. They were easy to make. The only real lead time you had was for someone to cut the acrylic and then waiting for PCBs. And they sound good too. Yeah, this is the only thing I've ever dreaded about stacked acrylic. And I remember old streams where I'd sit here for 2 or 3 hours ripping these things off. Last time I did it ahead of time. I have a few switches I was thinking for Chozo, but I was thinking maybe using some like... Honestly, I was thinking using some FFF switches since it's a bit of a retro build. So I modded some of those. And those are a bit of an older switch. Can we put some V1 Tangies? I don't have any more V1 Tangies. I have Kiwi switches. Oddly enough, I have a whole batch I've lubed up a long time ago. Oh my god, dude. Like I said, if we don't finish this within like 2 or 3 hours today, we'll just continue tomorrow. I'll probably stream during the day tomorrow, if anything. Send it back? I should, honestly. I wonder if you saw my Twitch whisper. Oh, about the giveaway. Yeah, I honestly, Sneaky, I apologize. It's my own fault. Today has just been a nightmare for getting things done. We'll send you the form right after I'm on stream. Burn it off? Double patina? I don't know if it works on this guy. Hi, Miz. How you doing? I remember you almost buying a Stellar 65 acrylic board and watching someone peel the plastic for hours. Turned me off. I feel your pain. Yeah. I've never understood why, like, there can't be a laser cut, like, line to tear, so you can at least get the first tear in. Because that's kind of the most difficult part about these. It's just getting that first kind of, like, slash in or whatever. Can I buy that batch of kiwis? Do you want them for real? I think there's only 70, Mineral. If you actually want them, they're OG kiwis. I don't know if they had any iterations past that. If you actually want the Mineral, like, DM me. Because they're kind of sitting around not doing anything right now. Yeah, they're all modded and stuff. I'll double check the count. I'm pretty sure it's 70 though. Because they were brand new in a package that said 70 on them, but I never counted. I kind of just like lubed them one day while I was like watching a YouTube stream. Does Manta come with the case foam? Not really. It does come with an ESD sheet made of silicone on the bottom, but Manta doesn't really have room for foam. What I'd recommend if you're interested in foam is using a IPX sheet, but we don't have any plans on supplying that. But you can get any kind of IPX sheet, honestly. The only reason we're not going to supply it is because the way that the Manta is designed is the diodes are on top. So, unfortunately, foam is kind of awkward to put in that. But I did some experimenting recently and can tell you can get Manta to sound pretty foamy just with like a single sheet of foam. The copper already, like the fin itself, and don't forget, like the idea behind the Manta is to have that fin bounce around sound, right? So like, just to show you guys, this is the idea here. This large gap that we've kind of put on the back here, it's attached to the board. Like this is a big piece, but it's also meant to kind of like bounce sound in different ways, which results, I don't know, in quite a nice sound. Whether it works like very well or not, like Bull did some testing by 3D printing some parts that he actually put inside, which was interesting to see how that did it, like change the sound. It kind of sounded more stuffed up, like more of like if you had a really, really large chunk of just copper sitting underneath the board. But it was interesting to see how that made the board change. Which I think, I can't remember now, I don't know if Bull's still here. I think Bull said if you guys were interested, he'd release the files for that, if you guys wanted to kind of 3D print your own material to put in there. Corked up Manta. And then Bull also developed a special tool, which actually is going to be good for the future for other builds, where you can essentially, where is it? You can essentially use it as a plate fork without having to stick it underneath the PCB, because we have diodes there and we don't want you guys to damage those. We're not halfway through, but we're getting there. We are getting there, guys. We're getting there. There's some foam in here too. Okay. Does anyone know if there is a watch list or something that tracks meetups around the world? No, I don't think there is. That's an interesting idea, though. Okay, this one came off easily. Perfect. Is this going to be the rare, easy one? No. Spoke too soon. Actually, we're back on track. Ben, thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, thank you. I feel like I've definitely seen a meetup tracker. Really? I don't know, I haven't seen one yet myself. Oh, on KBD News. Another Alex Peeling thing stream? Mm-hmm. Does it track all active meetups? I think so, right? I don't know, though. I know there's a few happening that aren't on that list, so I don't know how like finite that's going to be, by the way. Those might be for bigger meetups. For small little local events, yeah, I also think it's probably just ones that get shared to them. You might have to get more granular and join a local server. But I think that's the best way to do it, right? Is just join the local server. Like wherever you're from. I'm sure that's probably the best way to do it. Speaking of small events, there's a Colorado meetup this Sunday. Ooh. How do you guys like the small meetups? I love the small meetup, dude. I think small meetups are one of the best. Is there a Canada Keebs Discord? Yes, there is. You're welcome to come. Let me see how much a flight to Colorado is right now. Let's see. We'll do YYZ. Oh, this is not plugged in. YYZ to, I don't know the airport for Colorado, so let's just do Colorado. $753 nonstop. But then if I take one stop, it's $519. That is, and that's to Denver. That is quite the flight. YYZ like the Rush song? I wonder, is the Rush song about the Toronto airport? I just changed power companies and I already don't like the new one. I was assigned a username instead of picking my own. I mean, as long as you're saving some money and they provide a better service. You know? Oh shit, this one came off really easily. We're blessed. We're blessed right now. Would you come to an EU meetup? I would, dude. I want to so badly. The problem is just saving some funds for that. That's it. And trust me when I tell you guys this, like, I really want to start saving some funds for EU meetups. Like, I've been to a few in the States now. So I think, like, my next, like, save up for a meetup type thing is going to be for Europe. I don't know. Dude, I don't know if I'm going to do another United States meetup just because the flights into the States. Dude, honestly, I don't know how much flights used to be into the US, but like $750 seems to be like the minimum I've seen for nonstop flights. Even from Toronto to Morgantown, after all said and done, like all the extra fees, it was still $700 for 45-minute flight. 45 minutes was $750. So, you can drive though now, King? Well, I don't know if I'm going to do like 12-hour drives into the States. I don't know if that's something I feel super duper comfy with, you know what I mean? It's only 6 to Morgantown. It's only 4 to here. Okay. Pick us up along the way? Damn. It's just, that's just not worth it to cross the border. I think there's also a little bit of that too, if I'm being completely honest with you guys. Like, I also don't know how much I want to spend that time to cross the border with everything that's going on too. First long drive is always memorable. Damn. You guys are making me want to do it now. $700 to get harassed here. Customs scares me as a U.S. citizen returning home domestic. Yeah, last time was actually like a weird experience. Normally I'm like, going into the U.S. is really easy. But last time they were a bit more aggressive with questions. Yeah, okay, so I think for my next like adventure trip type thing, I do want to do some stuff in Canada. And I would like to either revisit Banff. I don't know if I'm going to do that anytime soon. But revisit Banff, or there is a small part of me that would love to go out east. That would be really fun to do. It seems really quaint, and just like going to small towns there seems like really fun. But I don't know. I've driven from the east coast of the USA to Toronto a few times. Easy peasy. Yeah, is it? Are the highways good? The east is nice in the summer. Yeah, I always see photos. Like, listen, my dream one day, maybe when I'm a lot older, and I have less on my plate, I really want to do Iceland. But for now... Plus, Iceland's also really expensive. I was looking up flights for Iceland. Holy smokes. For now, though, I think I'll explore Canada a little bit. I'm driving from Toronto to Vancouver in April, and I'm not looking forward to it. How come? Just like as a trip? Or are you seeing someone? Lightly frosted PC is such a sexy case material. This is actually acrylic, but you know what's weird? I've seen now acrylic boards, not stacked, but just like acrylic boards versus polycarbonate. I gotta say, the acrylic seems to hold up better than the polycarb does. And you almost can't tell the difference if it's done well enough. So I'm becoming kind of like acrylic pilled right now. I gotta say. Okay, not sure where this one screw goes. We'll just leave this here. Let's take out these now. Are these for the daughter border? No, there's no daughter border. I don't know what those are for. Okay, let's take out all these now too. So we can just do it like this. For me, it doesn't matter too much. I'm a sucker for frosted clear plastic. It does look nice. It really does. But you can't CNC acrylic like you can PC. You would be surprised. We did acrylic for the Manta Top. Just got my first ever film cam? What'd you get? Tell me. I almost got a 100% acrylic build with my tofu redo. Really? Plus, dude, I have to say too, acrylic, you can do some pretty fun stuff to acrylic. Like, you know the Alex 40? That's acrylic. And you can kind of like dye acrylic differently than you can polycarb to some degree. And I've found, even though that particular Alex 40 has kind of gone through hell, it has no scratches the same way some of my polycarbonate boards have scratched over the years. Alex, you are not 40? Thanks. What do I look like? One of the cheaper boards, the Rule 60s acrylic, actually holds up against my most expensive. It's nice. I'm telling you, acrylic's great. Until you drop it, had some crazy moments. Oh, I mean, the plan would be not to drop it. Yashica FRI with 50 mil bought it off some guy for like $40. All in working order, I hope. Sometimes people sell their old gear and it's like devastated, you know? All right, 2 more things to do here, I think. Is this double-sided, this one? It is. 3 more things, 3 more sides. Alex, I want to take a nap. Mind if we pause for like an hour or 6? Bro, you take 6-hour naps? Dude, my nail just broke a little bit. I think we've talked about this, but I honestly can't do 6-hour naps. Or anything past 20 minutes makes me feel like shit. My 28-year-old brother looks older than you. Thanks, I'll take that as a compliment. Ugh. It never peels smooth. I mean, I don't expect it to, but oh my god, it's so frustrating. I get the nap thing more than 20-30 minutes and I feel like dog water. Yeah, whenever... I remember there was one time my girlfriend convinced me to take a nap. And I remember I woke up. Because it felt nice, like when you go to lay down. And then your sense of time just like all over the place. Legitimately, I didn't even understand what was going on. We're almost there. We're almost there. I mean, that looks so cool. It almost looks like a wild effect right there. All right. This I will put here. Actually, let me put this on some foam. Personally, I think I'd rather peel it myself like this than have it come pre-built. I mean, there's definitely a level of like you're doing it yourself here, for sure. Stomach's growling right now. I'm currently doing this thing called a trash can build where I take a bunch of trash and leftovers in my room and build a keyboard with them. Why not? Every so often I go through my switches and do the same thing, or I just kind of mix match on a random board and see how it turns out. I respect that though, dude. That's fun as fuck. I'm glad it's been fun too. Bro, I go to sleep on your voice and I don't sleep until you at least lube stabs. Yeah, you know, over the years, I think one of the most flattering things I've ever gotten is people tell me that they use my streams to fall asleep. And I think most people would take that as an insult. But I actually think that's really nice that you guys feel like my voice is safe to fall asleep to. Very flattering, to be honest. Extremely, extremely flattering. We're getting there. Now you gotta randomly stream. Oh, no, we're not gonna randomly stream. Dude, I'm not even that type of guy. Fuck. Chozo. Why have you done this to me, Chozo? Oh my god, this is killing me here. You and Wristwatch Revival? Oh, does he have a really nice voice too? Or he or she? Got it. This is literally the last one. So after this, we're good. I think I'm having more fun peeling acrylic than lubing stabs, to be honest. Are you also peeling acrylic right now? Oh, thank gosh. Let me go throw all this away. I think I've done that once or twice when I miss stream. Just watch and close my eyes and just listen to how relaxed and happy, easygoing your voice is, since you often come off in a good mood. Man, I always... If I'm in a bad mood, I usually cancel stream. Which is not very often that I'm in like a super bad mood before stream starts, but there's been times where I just don't feel like streaming because I'm in a bad mood. I think it's been like 5 or 6 times in my whole course of doing keyboards. Okay, so... let's take the PCB now. The commands are off. That's not the build command though, Gingy. It's ! build for build command. That's just the keyboard that I'm using command, which I don't really care about that command. Honestly, I don't even know why we have that command. What did Joseph want for the layout for this? Oh gosh. Let me ask him. I don't even know if he's online. For Dimple plus. What layout? Hope he says do whatever I want. I think this would be fun with like a 7. 7U on this, guys? I don't actually know if this can support 7U. It might only support... Actually, it might. That'd be really cool. Well, I'll do split. I'll do full enter. That sounds like it'd be good for this. Actually, let me pull up the Dimple Plus. Dimple Plus. That is just people's dimples. Keyboard. Are you still playing Arc Raiders? I heard you were getting a bit bored of it. I've dug into the new Diablo 2 expansion. I did see the Diablo expansion. I'm curious. No, dude. For example, we were playing last night. And it's really fun when me and my friends are like just, you know, role-playing. Because that's what we've been kind of doing. Because, dude, everyone's so sweaty in Arc Raiders right now. Everyone. They're doing like movement tech and shotguns and like... I'm guessing people still have all their duped gear because everyone has thousands of trigger grenades coming into the raid as well. But yeah, I don't know. I love the game. I love playing with my friends. But yeah, sometimes it does feel a little bit kind of like, am I having fun with this? Actually, you know what? Maybe we do split. I'm looking at some of the layouts for the Dimple Plus. I wonder, do they still have Dimple Pluses in stock? The Lazy Designer's website's taking forever to load. Because this is the HHKB Dimple Plus. Ooh, this is a really slow website. Oh, jeez. You caught me eating dinner? What layout do you want for this? Do you want split? What are you thinking, Chozo? Damn, this is taking forever to load. I might do split. Honestly, split seems fun. Well, we can do split, and I think we can do a really large spacebar, but it might defeat the point of this keyboard. So I'm thinking we do split, like a standard split, and then I'm thinking we do full enter, maybe? But it seems like even on their pictures, they're not doing this kind of like enter thing over here. But I still think we should do the enter. I feel like the enter would be fun for that. All right, I'm just going to go to the images here. Dimple Plus. Jackie's currently designing a new Dimple Plus. Oh, really? Actually, do we do this full? I don't even know. I'm thinking split as well. Okay. You know what, Chozo? Let's do the full enter. Actually, no. I'll just do... Hold on. Does that take away from anything here? I'm just looking at the layout sheet right now, Chozo. How do people actually live with 60% keyboards? One step at a time. Breathe in and out just like everyone else. Now, I mean, there's nothing wrong with 60s. You can just bind a key to function anywhere. And then you have so many opportunities to have different things. Yeah, let's just do full enter. Fuck it. Full enter. The only thing we really lose is we lose the, like, this key. But, like, we don't really care because it's 40. Alright. Let's loop some stabs. We'll do 3 stabs for this. Where did Chozo put that stab box? I like dedicated arrow keys since I have some niche games. I also like dedicated arrow keys these days. Damn. I'm not even going to show you one of the stabs Chozo sent me. Oh, man. I know, I use them for some time. I type in Arabic, so typing the wavy key is important. Oh, true. Yeah, you just gotta bind all that stuff to other things, that's all. Sheesh, Alex is getting worse. 50 minutes in, he hasn't even started stabs. Let's not forget, Chozo sent me... You know what? Oak knows. He's trolling me. He's trolling me right now. I'm not gonna fall for the troll. Alright, we're doing 3 sets. Easy peasy. When will you do a Linux stream? Oh... Dude, let me tell you, I'm this fucking close to just throwing my Windows account out the fucking door, bro. I don't know how people like Windows. I've been on it all my fucking life, and I fucking hate it. Mac OS is great. I love Mac OS. Windows, trash. Absolute dog shit trash, bro. Every time I boot up Windows, I'm reminded of how terrible the OS is. Let me explain my recent problem to you from Windows, okay? I needed to port forward something for a game we were playing, all right? And then I also had to just turn off some firewall stuff. Easy peasy. Done it 1,000 times. I forget now that Windows, whatever Windows is on 11, has 15 different submenus. So there's 2 different... I don't even understand this personally. There's 2 different UIs for the firewall. Like the built-in firewall. There's like a control panel one, and there's like another firewall thing, and I did that, Gingy, and it pulled up the wrong one. And each have different settings, but they all like lead into the new ones. And there's a lot of stuff in Windows that has like double UIs. They have like control panel UIs, and then they have like their more modern UIs. And I just keep looking at it, and I'm just like, what is this? And then that's the other thing, Blueberry, you hit the nail on the head too. Like a lot of stuff in the search just brings up Edge stuff. Unless you go through the effort to disable that, why is that even a thing? Like, you have to think about it like this, right? I'm no longer a Windows power user. I am now the Windows average user. Even knowing what I know about Windows and growing up on Windows, the fact that like there's just so many menus makes no sense. And again, they all lead to the same thing. Even audio. I had to change some stuff with my audio. Like, I moved some of my connections around. And Jesus, dude. Like, I don't like the new Windows 11 UI. It is trash for just about everything. I don't know. It's just terrible. Like, changing audio things in there just doesn't feel like... I used to be able to just right-click, you go into your sound panel, and then go from there. But I'm on the verge of dual booting with Linux distro and using Win 11 LTSC for games with aggressive anti-cheat. Windows so shit. Change the UI. Super easy. I don't think it's going to solve the problem of having like triple menus and stuff. That's not the visual aesthetic of the UI is not really what I'm having problems with. Tomorrow, going to be in Lapland, but wait, what happened? What's Lapland? But my tripod didn't make the transport. Shoot with high ISO. Fuck it, dude. Just shoot high ISO. Don't even stress. Don't worry about it. Oh, auroras and stuff. That sounds dope. They said at the start of Windows 10 that it would slowly bring all control panel options into the new settings, and they go through the whole lifespan of Win 10 never did it, and Windows 11's even worse. Well, again, that's my problem. Again, I'm not one, and here's the problem too, right? Like, I think this is important to say too. I don't want to have to sit here for a whole afternoon to fiddle with the default settings to make it user-friendly. I get that Windows wants to give people some options for things, but my problem is I don't want to spend the time to make their shitty operating system user-friendly. And I don't mean personalized to me, because I know so many people that feel the same way as me. That is why I just don't give a flying fuck about Windows anymore, dude. It's so fucking trash. Like, so bad. Even, like, tinkering with the HDR settings, I gave up at one point because, like, I hate using the system. So, the expectation to mess with UI is at least there in the first place with Linux. With Windows, they pretend to be one-click everything. Exactly, yeah. As much as I would love to swap to Linux, I'm tired after work to mentally change between Windows at work and Linux at home. That's why I'm considering just, like, all I do is play games these days anyways, so I'm just considering SteamOS and then call it a fucking day. Like, I just don't care anymore. I love using my Steam Deck. It's the best thing ever. Just like, you load it up, Steam's already there. If you want to go into some of the other stuff, it's actually pretty easy to use the Windows thing there, or the the standard like desktop experience. NVIDIA is such a mess with Linux though, and I've heard driver support depending on the Linux thing you go with is like mixed, but anyways, I just can't deal with Windows anymore. I'm probably like once I figure out if I even want to keep my PC anymore, I might just grab the Steam box. But yeah, it's been frustrating. And I think for me, it like kills me because I use macOS all day and it's great. You know, the search function's fantastic. I like the file management system on it. And then you have Windows. Oh, man. All AMD system is best since built into kernel. Yeah, I no longer have any AMD parts, though. I packed a Counter-Strike skin that's worth 900 CAD and got myself a Steam Deck for free. Hey, yo! The Counter-Strike skin days. You have me, Alex? That's true, I do have you, AMD. It's true, dude. NVIDIA is getting better with Vulkan and DX12. You know, there's been a few games where I like opted to use DX12 and I haven't had great experiences and have had to switch back. NVIDIA has had most of their important drivers open source of the last few months, so it's trivial in Linux. Like in a bad way or a good way? Our Steam Deck's good. If you're just playing RuneScape, the Steam Deck will probably be amazing. I also find the Steam Deck really great too if I just want to turn on my computer and then do, what is it called? Remote play? That is amazing. And then I've also installed some of those other things like, oh shit, I don't remember what they're called now, but like the ones where you can emulate the whole desktop just so I can play any game that's even not on Steam. Those have been amazing to use too. Not a VM, it's like a double part, Apollo and something or other. And that has been absolutely amazing. In the same Wi-Fi connection, I find the latency for playing single-player games, you won't even notice. But playing some competitive games, there's definitely a little something there that you probably won't love. So macOS is so bland, it's great for what it is, but it caters heavily to the technology challenge crowd. I strongly disagree. I think it, for the everyday user, hear me out, Spicy, because to some degree I have some stuff customized on my Mac. But I think macOS, what they do is they just make, like, everything's nicely put into one menu for settings. Like, I just prefer that. I can hit my settings button, everything that I need's there, and then if I need to get more granular, there are other things which you rarely touch. I think Finder's amazing, dude. Listen, Finder versus the Windows crap, amazing. But I don't know, I just prefer the overall experience of macOS. Actually, if you guys remember, having Windows and all the driver issues with Windows and a bunch of other stuff, it's actually what caused me to switch to Mac. Really competing for the shiniest turd award here? I don't agree. I personally think Mac OS is fantastic. For what it is, Finder can find things. I use Dolphin. Just don't update your Windows. Easier said than done. When it's always popping up in the right corner. Snooze. For how long do you want me to snooze? Chat, I'm 500k from 97 sailing. 99 sailing next week. What does that mean? Weesh. I think people hate on Apple a lot. Then their fave brands just copy Apple the next day. I also think people overhate on Apple. I do agree. Apple is a little bit behind with things. Like tech-wise, sometimes, or feature set-wise when it comes to their tech. But like their operating system, their M chips, insane. Their M chips are fucking next level, dude. OS is definitely preference for sure. But I will say, objectively, Windows is so many issues. I'm not an Apple fan, but I have more beef with Microsoft now. Yeah. You have also got to love that when Windows is ready to finish your setup, the option is okay, fine, or later, not go away and leave me the F alone forever. I agree. Their hardware plus software is way better optimized. Listen, man, I'm playing games on this little Mac Studio, which is like 1/4 the size of my desk. Actually, probably smaller. And it produces barely any heat, and I don't think I've ever heard this thing once. So I credit fixing Windows every other day growing up with teaching me how to fix damn near everything. I mean, there's definitely that. I will say, like, the amount of like tinkering I had to do with Windows growing up, it definitely taught me a lot about computers. All right, let's do some dielectric grease. I think I forgot one of the 2U stab wires here. Stadia. How short-lived was Stadia again? Did it last like a full year or no? Stadia was pretty in and out, no? Let's grab this. If it wasn't for Windows, most of us wouldn't know how to build a PC. With the price of parts, I don't think anyone cares to build PCs anymore. Unfortunately. It's a skill no longer worth having, unfortunately. Windows is fine, to be honest. If you're just doing like the absolute basics, I'm sure it's just fine. But anything past absolute basics, and it's like, pff, was it 3 or 4 years? I swear to God, it was like a year. 4 years? That's crazy. I love building PCs. Me too, I love them. I don't like buying the parts these days. Luckily, I got my RAM before all the RAM spiked in price, because I did have to switch RAM like a year and a half before all this the prices went crazy. I think the thing is they marketed it for a year and then gave up. I don't even recall their marketing. Posture check. Also gonna hydrate though, because I'm thirsty. I don't mind what OS people use, nor will I judge them for their preferences. But if you won't ever change my mind that Apple's a cult. Apple makes it a cult, though. I won't disagree with you on that. Apple makes it a very cult-like experience because their ecosystem is so closed loop. But fuck, dude, their ecosystem is so good to use. Like, being able to just drop stuff on my photos, have it sync to my phone in near seconds, or just like write something on my notepad and have it on my phone, or copy paste on my phone and have it on my computer. There are other things where I can open my tablet and then instantly it knows it's a second screen. Like, it's crazy, dude. It feels so good. I don't know. I don't think Apple software is a walled garden. Like, Apple gives you... I don't mean to have this argument. I don't think it's a walled garden, to be honest. I unless you mean like... What do you mean by walled garden, Gingy? Like, it works when you buy the computer. Like, I have... When you get the computer, you get all these things. Do me a favor and change your AirPods settings in Android? Do you know how many apps I feel? Okay, let me. I feel like this is a terrible argument though, Gingy. I have a pair of Campfire Andromedas, or Campfire, or whatever, the Bluetooth ones. I need to download a fucking app to change the settings. So, what's the difference whether I have a stupid app or I have to use one of like a computer or something? Like, it doesn't... I still have to download something I don't want to use to change the settings. And then the settings, like in my particular IEMs that are Bluetooth, to change any of the settings, the app barely works. So I would argue that it's fucking awful regardless. There's a lot of companies who still provide terrible software for Android. So I don't necessarily agree with like just Apple practicing like that kind of stuff when there are companies selling products that have terrible stuff built in. But if you don't want Apple devices, you can't change that. I mean, I guess my other question is like, why would you buy a pair of AirPods to put on a set of Androids? I guess that's like also my question there. I don't get it. I think that's just kind of like I don't know, because they're good headphones. Arguably, they're not really the best. They're good for Apple. I think they're just okay. Because I bought them and I do what I want. True, I guess. True. I think it's just kind of arguing in bad faith, though. I buy AirPods for the meme. Oh shit, which one of these going now? I mean, that's true. It's still a bit silly that they can't just give you an app. I agree. I wish they gave you an app, but I mean... Oh shit, this is like really tight fitting here. One sec, everybody. God damn. There we go. Okay, so where do they want these here? They want these, I guess, here and here. You might not ever buy AirPods if you were on Android only already. I mean, again, I understand there could be like the thing there, but I also have had terrible, like, listen, dude, terrible fucking experiences with Android stuff and stuff meant for Androids. If you guys don't know this, I used to own tons of Android phones before I switched to Apple. I had bad experience. It was all terrible. Half the stuff would just die eventually. You get zero support. My last Android phone was... I actually had a good Android phone. One was that original OnePlus One. And then I remember I swapped to Samsung. I just had bad experiences with them. You know. Thanks, Blueberry. Oh my god. Tim Keyless? How are you doing, man? Ironically, Google has been the best one in regard. Man, dude, you know what's crazy though? I've heard great things about Google phones. I've never had one. I've always kind of wanted to try one out. But dude, I have to admit, my disappointment in Google lately has been pretty bad. Like we have a Google what is the thing called you change the temperature on? Thermometer, whatever. We got one of those, and we have I think is it called Nest? They took over Nest or something, right? Well, apparently we got like a notification saying that like sooner or later, like on this brand new product, the support is going to be basically canceled. Because like they're moving away from some of these like devices basically. And I find that Google kind of does that. Google kind of kills the products they have. Love your videos. Wondering if you have any good recommendations for custom HHKBs. Look up the Agar. I think the Agar is wonderful. I think that's one you should be looking at. A Sony phone? Dude, you know what the biggest, saddest thing? I never got to own one, and I think I always wanted one deep in my heart. What was Microsoft's phone called? I always thought that thing looked so cool. I always wanted one. I rebought my old one just to have it. The Zune? It was called the Zune. I've never used one. I just saw advertisements and I thought they were the coolest thing back in the day. But I had like an older phone and I was like, yeah, I can't afford this right now. Okay, actually, hold on. I need to get... Here, we have one right over here, actually. It's just this one piece that we need to put this here. What was the phone called? I think they had the same OS kind of thing anyways, right? Xperia Windows Phone? I don't remember what it was called. Looks
Smart
so cool.
home is one of the biggest scams and you cannot convince me otherwise. It's a shame because the concept on paper is good but public companies will never realize what it could be.
Yeah. I could tell you guys a whole story about that. I've pretty much given up the whole like smart home stuff because there's just too many conflicting brands. I don't know. Not a fun experience with that. I feel like I gave up on that really quick to try doing like smart light bulbs and like set up things to do things. It's just too much. And again, I don't think the average person has that much time and money to dedicate to setting up smart home stuff. All right. Looking good. Wow, an hour and 10 in and we're finally done this. Let's grab the foam. And then the plate. Now, let's put this here. Grab this plate. Be very careful. I might actually have to. I might have to trim this foam. We're gonna do that right now. It's blocking things. Chatting, talking a Gar Mini. You're building a Gar Mini right now? But I think my ears will have to suffer one more day. Oh, I'd say fix them, my friend. Easy peasy fix. Whoa, this plate's sick. No, it's definitely a brass plate. That is shiny. Shit. Oh man, this is gonna be crazy. All right, let me get the switches. I left them over here. Yeah, right here. FFF switches, or is it FFF or FFFFF? FFFF switch. Let's talk about the aesthetics of phone now. Oh, this is my biggest gripe of all phones. The fact, well, I guess Apple's. I don't know if all phones are like this. I hate doing this. Hold on. I don't like putting a phone case on, so I have to deal with that stupid bullshit. Fuck those. Yeah, I hate that shit. Just make the phone thicker. I don't care. The Pixel phones? I'm too into the Apple ecosystem. Sorry. There's no switching for me. I'm locked in. I have 3 cameras, though, so not as bad in a case. I don't like putting a case on. Just make a square bumper to balance it out. Honestly, not a bad idea. Oh my god. Okay, let's take this out here. Yeah, these are the FFFFFF switches. FFFFF. Hey Alex, how are you? Are you gonna do a Manta 2? If we do a Manta 2, it will be, or Manta round 2, it'll be a Manta 2. It won't just be. Okay. Fuck. I think it has to. We have to see. We have to see what people are gonna want. I don't know. The truth of the matter is, if people are demanding a round 2, and they want everything to stay the same, then like, sure, maybe. Or I think my goal at the very least would be, if we did a Manta 2, a round 2, like 65, then I would like to at least change up some stuff on it to make it kind of a Manta addition to, not necessarily just a rerun of the board we did. So, what did I miss? Had to send someone to the hospital. Fun times, still working. I hope it wasn't in like a you had to like throw some punches kind of way. hope not, my friend. Okay. The foam's a little thick on this, but it's fine. No, I'm kind of getting thrown off by this because the foam, I guess the plate is also kind of weird. Oh, okay. Here I'm thinking, damn, Drew really throwing some hands tonight. Nick, thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate it, man. We doing a Manta Light? What do you mean by that? Like a dumbed down kind of Manta, or like a cheaper version? It's definitely something we thought about. Injection old Manta? That'd be interesting. Oh shit. This is HKB, so we're good with this top, right? Yeah. Injection mold Manta. I was like, but there's an old Manta? Your next keyboard, I'll buy the acrylic. I would love that. I didn't do that on my first Manta. Honestly, I think you'll love Machinist. Dude, injection molded keyboards are fun. I'm all for them. I think they're dope. Okay, let me just triple check I'm doing everything right with this. Okay. We're good. These pins are all bent. So these are lubed with some 205. I did not film these because they did not accept films. They wouldn't close properly, the housings. And that's with just the standard pour-on films. Looking good, okay. My favorite keyboard is, honest to God, the classic TKL. Dude, it's a nice board. I don't blame you for having that as one of your favorites. No, the housings weren't necessarily super loose, but for some reason in my mind, when I was going through these the other day, I remember filming my old FFFF switches. But for some reason, this particular batch, which is also pretty old, didn't need them. Speaking of light keyboards, I need to order a new Bauer Light ECPCB. Still haven't been able to fix the short. Have you talked to Omnitype and stuff about that? Okay, this plate is a little bit weird. Plans for Mantis 60? Where's my 60% prototype? Yes! I don't remember where I put it. It's somewhere buried around here, but we already have a proof of concept prototype. And then we should be getting 60% units done soon. It is not a Manta. It is Manta adjacent, but it's its own thing that we're kind of spinning off to be its own like idea and like design, I guess, or theme you can call it. So it will be more along the lines of something very like simple and industrial, rather than as crazy as the Manta was. Truth of the matter is, the Manta, which I can't really tell you guys too much, but like the Manta had a very high cost to machine because of this part right over here. This was extremely expensive to machine because this is not even just a flat piece. This is also a curved piece this way. This whole fin, I forget the math on this, but I think it was literally like close to almost half of the whole production of this keyboard. So it was just really expensive to do. It turned out really sick though. But we just, like, listen, as much as me and Bull love this idea and this board, to do another run that's going to cost just as much as the 65, like, just makes no sense. Just snatched M2 Wob. That's a good set, dude. Did you guys do the voting for like the sets that they're doing? Ghost Manta, smaller mantis. That'd be cool. I've heard the difficulties of machining curves like that when I saw a behind the scenes process of the PC case, oddly enough. Yeah, curves are interesting to do. Depending on the curve. There are other ways to tackle it from like a machining standpoint, but it's still very expensive. Especially when just doing low quantity stuff like keyboards. Smurf curve. Did you guys get in on the Smurf, by the way? It's up for another hour or so. Manta 40? Fuck, that'd be like one of the most expensive 40s out there. We ball? Oh gosh. Sorry guys, I'm kind of taking my time with this, but hope you guys are still enjoying the stream. I consider the Smurf, but it looks a little annoying to open and mod. Yeah, it definitely is a little bit annoying. Just even from my stream, it's like wasn't the most friendly thing in the world. Officially licensed Manta Round 2 collab with Pokemon. Oh gosh. So is Pokemon kind of like, listen, I don't really follow Pokemon because what is there to follow these days anymore? But like, for example, we ran errands the other day, and again, I don't buy Pokemon cards anymore, but I always pass by the Pokemon section in Walmart. There's never any cards there. Never. So is it still really popular? Or I've heard, is One Piece overtaking it now? Alright, let's start soldering this bad boy up. Who still goes to Walmart? Me, man. Shit's cheap there. It's expensive everywhere else, dude. Pokemon cards are still popular for scalpers. Damn, I thought they would definitely get a little bit like... I thought they would slightly slow down or something. Seems like I'm wrong. Aldi's is goated? I don't think that's a Canadian thing, though. We had Target for a hot minute here in Canada. Target was cool while it lasted. Does your Walmart have its lights turned to half so walking inside it slowly drains your soul? I don't know. I've never paid attention. I don't really love going into Walmart because it's always packed, and I feel like I'm always fighting people for things. But I guess it wasn't popular, Josh. I can't remember the reason why it closed. I think it just wasn't popular. Which is weird, because the few times I went there, I loved it. It was great. Okay, let's solder things together. Turn this guy on and grab our solder. Where is my solder? I like Target more than Walmart for sure. Yeah. That's what I thought too. I thought Target was great. Just didn't last long here. It's hard for something like Target to expand to new markets when there's solid competition. Well, I think at the time, wasn't there still like Sears and Zellers that were popular here in Canada? Right now, I think really the only like box store like that even exists here is probably still Walmart. Actually, what is there? I guess Walmart's really it. Maybe the Superstore, which is like a Canadian grocery store that has some everyday accessory stuff. I don't know. I don't know what else there is. It's a cute little ghost on this PCB. Sears is gone from Canada as well. Zellers is gone now. Hudson's Bay Company is gone. I don't think there's anything else that exists outside of Walmart for like big box stores like that. Zellers is making a comeback? I thought Zellers is done. Like, I thought they're kaput. They're coming back? I thought they tried to come back and failed. Hi, Very Small Bean. Happy Lunar New Year. Kmart? Oh yeah, there was Kmart's here too, I think, right? They're coming back? Oh shit. Where, I wonder? Where and why?
Alex, perchance you thought this was the final build, perchance you trusted the factory tune, perchance you believed the spacebar wouldn't rattle, perchance you declared endgame with confidence, perchance with delusion. And keyboards, perchance you ping just to test him, perchance you wait until stream starts to reveal the tiniest flaw, perchance you flex that gasket mount to keep him humble. Perchance he tightens one more screw, perchance he swaps one more switch, perchance chat listens too.
I need a part 2. That GMK server was overstimulating. I didn't know any of the sets people wanted run again. But what happened, Crummy? Thank you, by the way, Resident. I love you, buddy. There's a $20 charge for every usage of the words perchance. We need Zany back for that. He was the perchance master. Mayhaps? Oh gosh. Yeah, I want to know what happened now with there was like a... Zellers is coming back. Sounds like another Toys R Us coming back. There's still some Toys R Us's in Canada, I think. I've heard in the States they're pretty much all gone though. Bro, I'm actually like high-key bummed about Toys R Us though. I have so many memories going to play Pokemon tournaments there growing up. And getting trainer badges. Now we just have small little boutique store shops that sell the exact same crap, but 3 times the price. I believe Zellers is coming back as a standalone. Hey, dude, you know what? I would be super down for that. I loved Zellers growing up too. Shocked though. What was my favorite Pokemon? I think Gengar or Scyther. One of the two. You know how Toys R Us died? Because they collabed with Amazon early on and Amazon took all the data and ran? Wait, for real? Is that, like, confirmed? Damn. Radio Shack. Dude, I remember Radio Shack. We had one here in Canada called Future Shop as well, which was basically just Best Buy. And then Best Buy acquired them, and then eventually they closed down. Bezos did kill Toys R Us. What an ass. Circuit City as well, I remember. I'll never forget. I got sold on a 3D TV. I wanted to buy my parents a new TV as a young adult. And we went to Future Shop, and I was talking to the guy, and he was like, yeah, this TV is 3D, it's fucking the future. And I was like, wow, I want a 3D TV. And I was like, yeah, what do you need to get this running? He's like, everything's in the box. I got home, we opened up the TV. Guess what wasn't in the box? The 3D glasses. No, I didn't even get 1 pair. 0 pairs. That was a separate purchase according to the guide. And they were expensive. That was the day, I think that I remember, that was the day I stopped trusting people. That was the day, that was the trigger for me. I got 3D glasses with shirt once. Really? Yeah, dude, 3D TVs were actually a big scam. Didn't most Canadians boycott Walmart after the 51st state threat? No, I think people opted to not buy United States goods. But I don't think anyone really opted to boycott Walmart. Don't miss 3D movies at theaters. They still have 3D movies, right? We went to one recently. We had to watch it because it was the only thing available. It was for Wicked. Honestly, it's gotten a lot better, though. I remember hating 3D movies. Now it's, like, not too bad. I feel like it's watchable these days. Dude, Spy Kids 3D, though? Yo. I saw a 4D movie in Japan. It was the last Star Wars. What's 4D again? Is that the one where the seat moves? Is that also like the why it's called 4D? Well, there's like wind that blows on you or something like that. Dude, speaking of pod racing, did you guys see the new Star Wars racer game? Speaking of pod racing, Nanu, please tell me you guys know what I'm talking about. Bro, I am buying that game in a fucking heartbeat. The end trailer, I think that was Sebulba and then Ben Quadranero or whatever on Tatooine. Or was it Tatooine? Yeah, on Tatooine. Oh no, it was Tatooine. It's fucking so cool, bro. I played Star Wars Pod Racer game in the arcade. Oh yeah, they have arcade ones of that now. I hope it's half as fun as it's pretty. I hope it captures the magic of the OG, you know? Just give me some of that magic and I'm good, bro. The N64 game is the reason my N64 controller stick had so much drift. My favorite, though, Choza, was playing Super Mario, and then, you know when you throw Bowser, you'd sit there and you'd do that with the joystick, and you just do this, and your palm would have that red thing in the middle, and you're just doing that, trying to throw Bowser in circles. Shit was so much fun, though. Hurting myself to play games, it's crazy. The magic of seeing Phantom Menace in theaters in December '99. Different times. I hate being that guy, but like, yeah, shit doesn't feel the same anymore. There's no magic with anything anymore. Your linear Switch ranking, the cheese are on a turntable. Is that yours? Yeah, well, it's under this, but I haven't fully got it all working yet, but I'm trying to go the route of getting everything used for the turntable thing. So I'm going to be picking up a few other things like used. The only thing I might buy brand new down the road is speakers. Because I can't seem to find any used, but I'm going to wait for a sale. What did you get? Project Evo 2. I was 9 when I saw Phantom Menace. That shit was dope as a kid. You know what else I have a fond memory of too is watching Jurassic Park in theaters. I think it was Jurassic Park 2 or 3. You're building a computer during apocalypse times? No. Record player. Used speakers are the best way to get hi-fi. So yeah, I was looking around. Just nothing seems to be like good right now. So I'm gonna wait. Like I said, I'm not rushing this. I'm gonna do this hobby very slow. Very, very slow. No rush at all. And I think that's going to be the fun way to do it. Yeah, I heard they're really nice. We got, like I said, we're trying to do everything like, not Facebook Marketplace kind of used, but like, just get some deals. Just because it's not something I'm like actively interested in spending like full price on, you know what I mean? I actually replaced my speakers. For some reason, my Kanto Auras. How do you like the Auras? The auras, I did see someone selling a used pair of auras. I have Edifier speakers I put on my bookshelf, and it's lovely. It has Bluetooth, so I can turn it off when I'm in bed. Yeah, I mean, that's also really nice to have, too. Speakers are a whole other thing I have not, like, truly dabbled in yet, so... I like them a lot. They just started randomly doing it one day, and it was sad. Yeah, because they're not a cheap pair of speakers, either. Anyone watch the Fallout series? I did. It was so good. So good. My dad left me handmade speakers, and they definitely... Oh, really? So he built them straight from scratch? That is impressive. Good on him. Mike.
Hope everyone is having a good day.
Yeah, I mean, I have no complaints. Just, dude, I'm so busy with work. Work has been kicking my rear end today. I didn't even finish all I had done. Like, I have so many half-finished projects right now. Okay, let me wash my hands, but this is soldered in. Fallout Season 3 starts filming in May, and I'm so hyped. I need to be quicker, you know? But thank you again, Mike, and thank you again, everyone else, for subbing. I really do appreciate it, guys. There was a company that made them really bougie. He left them to me. Oh. I mean, that's really cool, though. You definitely probably like think of him with that, too. That's awesome, bro. One sec. Let me wash my hands. Purposely took this out today because we need to wipe down all this stuff here. The amount of hours I would waste in Mos Espa just savoring everyone as Qui-Gon Jinn. Wait, what game are you talking about again? I think I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember the game name. Yeah, I know it's... Was it Phantom Menace for the PlayStation or for Nintendo or something like that? Or are you talking about... Literally just a game, same as... Okay. This is an older keyboard, it is. Damn. I want to play some old games now. What the heck? Okay, so how does this go on again? I do not remember. I don't think this goes here, but... Okay, I think this one goes... like this. I think there's supposed to be 2 on top and then 3 on the bottom. Let's see. Okay, what are you doing here? And I think these 2 go underneath. Yes, okay. What's the red cloth? I don't remember what board this came in. It's just from a keyboard. Initial D, Time Crisis 3. This Tim guy spent time in the arcades. You already know. Alright, I think this is supposed to be done first. Cruisin' USA was amazing as well. Okay, so let's grab this piece as well, since I think... No, I think this goes on top like this. That would make more sense, right? Let me see. Is there a photo of how this is supposed to assemble? I would assume the smaller piece goes on top for the foot. Dimple, Ridge Racer? I remember that too. Oh, this is not plugged in. Dimple plus. Images. One sec, everybody. I'm just triple checking to see. Oh, man. There's like no photos of this. It's all the aluminum ones. Oh, here, is this one? Nope, that's not it. Stomach's growling. Dude, how did the Pod Racer game not turn into a racing franchise? Well, I mean, there's a lot of Star Wars things I truly never understood. Never, ever. Shit, guys, hold on one sec. I just want to know how the foot assembles. I guess it doesn't really matter because I can just disassemble it, but... Chozo, do you have any semblance of how this was supposed to go together again? I really don't know. For the foot, anyways. Not a clue, I'm afraid. Okay, I'm just going to do it this way, and if it's not done this way, then so be it. But, what pieces do I use for this? Let's find out. Alright, so let's screw the shorter screws in. I don't think it's these guys, because there's only 2 of these screws. Sorry guys, I'm also just trying to figure out how things work here. I apologize. Oh, it is these 3. Just bear with me as I figure it out. Ooh, my stomach keeps growling. Happy Lunar New Year. I guess let's do this one here first on this side. And let's do... Unfortunately, Grogu is just cars and I hate it. What happened? Hold on, guys. I promise I'll come back to conversation. Let me just do this awkward foot part. Okay. Wait, Bean, am I doing it right then? Does the acrylic go over this stainless steel part? Or this brass part? Since you have the acrylic one as well? Or does it go underneath? Or, sorry, on top? I feel like this is the right way to do it. Unfortunately, there's no photos online. I can't believe it. I wonder what's next after the 3rd part of Jedi Survivor. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what they plan on doing with the Star Wars franchise. I did see there was a trailer for a new Darth Maul movie, or animated series, which looks cool. Okay, we're getting there. Hi, Kabu. How are you doing? Oh. Hello, hello. Clone Wars animation. It honestly looks so good, though. I gotta say. It looks pretty fire. Okay, so this is a totally different bit now. So let's grab the bit that we're supposed to use. On vacation, week off. Very nice. Are you just having a staycation, or are you doing something this week? What switches are these? These are FFFF switches. Oh my god, of course all these things came out. Okay, you know what? At least we got those screwed in. God, this is so stupid. I guess I should have done this the other way around. Acrylic boards. Always something. I saw a surprisingly good anime on Amazon called Old Country Bumpkin to Monster Swordsman. What on earth is that even about? Wait, this makes no sense. I feel like this is missing screws. Sounds like an isekai? Probably is. Hold on a moment. Yeah, there's only 3 of these small screws, and I feel like we need 6 of these screws. Let me check the case here. Is there a bag of screws I'm not seeing? Nope. I wonder if I can use a different screw set for this. One moment, everybody. Okay, let me try something. Unfortunately, this screw seems like it's too long, and nothing I have is shorter, so... But let's do this first. I apologize, guys. I think I might just have to use the screws that came with the stabs. I think those will work. These screws are too long, though. They need to make one ep animes. MC tries to isekai and it ends. Yeah. I'm with you there, Tim. Okay, don't get me wrong. I really like that, oh shit, what was that one called? Solo Leveling? I'm not gonna lie, that was fire as fuck. That was a fire anime. But for the most part, most isekais are really boring. Okay, so I don't think it's these screws. I might have to use these because there's nothing else I have that came with this package that would make any sense. These are long and these are for this. Solo Leveling was my exception. Honestly, it was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it, Tim. Okay, let's just try to put in... Oh my gosh. What's up, gentlemen? How are you doing, Scott? Okay, don't think these will work, actually. So, now begs the question is... How on earth do we do this? Unless there was more of these, like, standoffs with screws in them. Okay, there was one extra one here. Oh boy. No, there's none else. What the fuck? I think they shorted us on screws for this. I think we got a little bit shorted here. I did get screwed. I did. It's okay. I'll figure something out for Mr. Chozo. We gotta. Did you check behind your ear? No, should I have? I feel like that's my mistake now. No, nothing in there either. Okay. Well, it is what it is. Nothing we can really do. Just gonna do my best. If you had to pick, what should be your only WOB choice as far as keycap profile and maker? GMK. Sorry, not sorry. But easy peasy GMK moment. Forever and always. Are you team Sung Jin Woo or... Oh shit, I don't remember which character is who. What is your opinion on Key Kobo? They make excellent stuff. Hold on, guys. I need to figure out a solution for this now. Maybe we have to be a bit creative here. I can't believe they missed screws for this. I'm still obsessed with your Neo 65 CU video. Hey, are you planning on recreating it? It's a good one. It's a good one. Damn, they really did shortest screws. Okay, so question is, how do I fix this? I have some backup screws here. Do these work? I don't think they do, though. These are too thick anyways. Let's try super glue. Yeah, maybe. I could just try putting some different color screws into this, which would be kind of annoying, but... Okay, these work, but I'm gonna flip them around so the silver's all on the outside, because that would be prettier. Oops. Duct tape. I have some black screws. I'll just use the black screws. They don't quite match the rest of the build here, but it's fine. This is low-key irritating. Color screws are a vibe. Well, I think we're going to do what we can with this. Alright, that's one done here, and then we can do this one. Isn't it common for cherry blacks to feel a bit scratchy, noisy, hollow? Not hollow, but definitely, wait, I'd say like those indications are usually true before using 205. Usually a before thing. What got you into keyboard building? It was kind of just out of boredom. Like I didn't really have any like hobbies I was super into at one point. Keyboard building came as a result of me wanting to customize my desk. So I kind of just decided, okay, well, I can do this, just build my own keyboard. And then I kind of fell down the rabbit hole of looking, I mean, I usually do with most things. You go down like a little research rabbit hole and then you're like, oh, this is really cool. I want this thing. All right, done this. And then one thing led to another and I was building and buying keyboards. Perfect. All right, we have 2 black screws, but it's fine. You won't even see those. Now, the next part here. So I don't think it's this one that it goes through. I don't think it's that. I think it just slides through these. Let's see if I remember. Just these. No, not these. These ones. The ones at the bottom. Yes, those ones. Love it and also hate it. We'll have to do one at a time here. I feel like we need it shorter screws, but it's fine. What's the shiny plate? I think it's aluminum, but it could also be, or not aluminum, brass. It could be something else too. Wait, no, we have to do top frame for that. Okay. That's one fitted in there. It's going to take a little while, so bear with me. Are we into fragrances? I don't know. I know that I have like a cologne that I bought years ago, and I'm not going to lie, I rarely wear that thing, that it still has cologne in the bottle to this day. And I'm talking like I probably bought this dude, I probably bought this way too long ago. So it's like I said, it still has its fragrance and stuff in the bottle. Favorite smelling keyboard? Tim's. He sent me a keyboard once and it smelled really good. Nice guy too. Yeah. I don't wear it much. Like, are you guys into wearing colognes and fragrances? Like, I really, really don't wear them much. I've heard it's a rabbit hole. I've been told by many friends. Rose water? That's pretty cool, though. I just bought one of my dream boards, a 1-2... Oh, really? A Blurple. Nice, dude. Congratulations. I wear eau de jet fuel every day. Go for it, bro. Enjoy life. That would smell delicious, I bet. Hold on, are we also missing... I'm so confused. Are we missing a few pieces for this board entirely? No, it's actually the long screws. I feel like I'm also missing another standoff. That's not a good thing. I'll probably develop some form of cancer down the road, but not joking, it's a common thing in my career field. Oh, wearing, like, smell of jet fuel? Sounds dope as fuck, though. Yeah, guys, I think we're missing a piece. There's 2 standoffs left. Oh, no, we're good. We're good. We're good. Oh, no, yeah, we're not good. I'm missing 1 standoff. I don't know if I have more standoffs, Chozo. I don't know what to do here, bro. Maybe I'll... Oh, my camera hates this. I think I'll just take a standoff off of the foot. I feel like that's the only thing I can really do at this point. Maybe I take it off the center foot. Of course, when my boards causes issues, it's not your fault. I just think we're missing parts. Take the standoff to a hardware store. And we could do that as well. Although, let me just triple check. Did it roll anywhere? I don't think it did. I also don't have enough screws. Hold on, pause. What? Wait, no, I have enough screws. There's 2 left. I'm just missing a standoff. Okay. 1 standoff. It's not in the box anywhere. Nothing rolled on the floor. I mean, I didn't see anything fall either, so... I really don't want to remove it from the foot because I feel like this needs the support here since this is heavy. Let me see if it rolled underneath them. I don't think it did. These are easy to spot. No, nothing. I think just unfortunately we're missing a standoff. Which would make sense because there wasn't any standoffs in the foot part. So well, I think I'll just take the standoff off the middle here, Chozo. Do you agree to that? I feel like we have no other real option. I don't have... I mean, we could order them, but man, I feel like that would be an expensive purchase for one standoff. Builder's choice? Alright. For now, I feel like these will be easier to install or take off or whatever than other parts. Damn, that's annoying. You know, actually, let me triple check. Let me see if I have an extra standoff. Bear with me for a moment, please. BRB. No, I have standoffs, but nothing that size. They're all tiny little ones meant for thinner boards. Alright, well, we'll just take one from the center over here. That's unfortunate. Very, very smoosh. A 3D printer? I mean, yeah, it could be assigned to do that for sure. I mixed up all my bits here and I don't like that. All right. Oh boy, we're getting it, we're getting it. Last set of screws. Dropped a screw. Where'd it go? Oh, there it goes. No Annette or Adam. It's quiet, too quiet today. They're plotting, bro. Hydrate? Give me 1 sec. Did I miss some hydrates? A nice enjoyable stream, you mean? They both got banned? No, they didn't get banned. They did not get banned, unfortunately. They did not. They banned each other. Alright. Now we can put on the last piece here. Let me actually wipe this down on the inside. Since this is going to be really the visible piece here. I mean, this looks cool as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. This is super nice looking. Such a clean build. It is pretty. It is very pretty. And it made off with the standoff? Dude, he honestly could have. He sounds like the type of guy who would. So yeah, we were short some screws and short a standoff. I guess it is what it is. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Yeah. Huh? Hi, Jer. How you doing? The price of stacked acrylic boards during COVID was less than desired price point IMO. They were kind of expensive for no reason. But I think a lot of the times people were buying like their own laser cutters. And they wanted to pay off their laser cutter like really quickly. So they were pricing them very high. Fun projects though. Like, look, this took about two hours and a few minutes. Minus doing the switches. Would have been quicker had there been the right screws. I feel like we would have shaved 15 minutes off that time. I mean, it looks pretty as fuck though. Look at this. This is so cute. And it should, in theory, also have a little bit of RGB. Okay, well, I need to turn on the RGB. 1 second. It identifies, just doesn't have RGB on it right now. 1 second, I'll turn it on. Dimple plus lighting. And there we go, RGB, just a little bit. Not super diffused, but it is what it is. Still cool. Ah, this brings me back, dude. This brings me back. Okay, and these are all chose with screws. Lights off? I can't hear it a bit. Let's put keycaps on first, and then we'll do the next step. Wasn't there really cheap stacked acrylic boards that were like Taobao exclusive? Yeah, but getting them, honestly, imported was kind of a pain in the butt. Alright, now, you know what I'm going to use for this today? A key cobos. This would look fun on it. I know, this set's so beautiful. Yeah, a long time ago, Smarter. How are you, by the way? How are you? Alright, let me actually quickly look back at their layout thingy. Oh, please tell me I kept that open, or did I close it? No. Alright, fuck it. We're just guessing where things go. It is what it is. I'm guessing this is this. Oh, let me actually unplug it before I click every button known to man. I'm a beginning photographer and wondering what you do to protect the keyboard when posing it with a more daring, crazy angle. I wish I had a really good answer, but I don't. Unless they're client keyboards, which I never do crazy angles. I've scuffed a few keyboards doing crazy things. The only piece of advice I can really give you, okay, is if you're doing crazy angles, put a really thick piece of tape that's like non-stick. So what I usually do is, if I'm really concerned about scratching, I grab a piece of masking tape or painter's tape, and when I go to put it on, I put on the masking tape, and then what I normally do is on top of the masking tape, put a really thick layer of like other tape that could be more adhesive. You have the masking tape underneath. Oh, thank you so much, Insty. So that's what you could do. Alternatively, if that is like something you don't want on a see-through board, I have stuff lying around that is technically silicone, and it's clear. Although, I will admit, it's still a pain in the ass to get that stuff, like, properly edited. Like, I still lament doing so. Oh, man, I don't have split... Okay, whatever. We'll just use shift keys for this. So, there are times in which I wish, yeah, like, I had proper tools for that stuff, but... I mean, it is what it is. There's not much you can really do. Oh, shit. Oh, it's supposed to be this shift here. Been busy. Also, don't mean to troll. Wait, what happened? Try to troll. I mean, catch your streams. How have you been, though? Like, you've been busy, you're saying? Busy good, I hope? I hope that's the case, my man. Because sometimes being busy can be stressful. They have this as caps lock. I don't think I have much of this stuff, so we're just gonna wing it with keys here. Busy good. I'm happy, bro. I thought I had a spacebar kit for this. Maybe I have it somewhere. I just didn't put it in this. Usually I condense everything nowadays, but it's alright. More key turntable picks? Perhaps. So nice.
Hope you're having a great one, Alex.
Pretty good. Can't complain. How are you doing? They have this to number 2, but I'm not going to bother putting this number 2. I'm just going to leave it as number 1. Can you do upside down typing test? I don't know about that one. That one seems difficult. I think I might fail. Code upside down typing test. This sounds very tricky. I guess I don't have a lot of 1 new caps for the bottom here, huh? So I'll do like a function here and then... We'll just do a down arrow. Love to see it. Yeah, we're almost done. We're almost done. Definitely taking us some extra time though. Just a little bit. Alright, just because I don't have the right cap for this, I'll put that there for now. And then what can I put here? What fits there? I guess I'd have to put caps lock, right? Just because I don't have anything that properly fits there at the moment. I know this is a little bit weird, but bear with me. And then... fuck it, we'll just put this here. Again, just bear with me. We're doing what we can with this keycap set. This is cute though. This looks great. What do you guys think? Yeah, this is Kikobo Matsuya, like, or Matsuyu, like, it's really pretty. There's a charm with acrylic boards. Oh shit, this sounds sick. So these are FFFFF switches, 4 Fs. Kikobo keycaps. And this is going to be on, I'm assuming, a brass plate, I guess. It could be stainless steel. I'm honestly not sure. I mean, we're not going to get loud spacebars. They're shorter spacebars, plus these are the wrong keycaps. You know what? This sounds really... It sounds unique. It's fun, too. It almost sounds like little pitter-patters of something. I don't know how to explain it, but I like the way it sounds. Is it a 2mm stainless steel plate? God damn. So this is stainless steel. So I did spring swap these as well, and my God, these feel amazing. Very cool. So these are, I don't know if these are still available, but they're FFFF switches. I only lubed these and spring swapped them. I didn't film them. Honestly, I didn't like the way they were fitting with films. I recall filming them back in the day, so maybe mileage may vary, but this is a very old batch. But a bit older. I thought they'd suit this board. Chozo, I hope you like this particular build. You know what? This looks good. It's a cute little board. You can't be mad at it. Here's what it looks like with the lights off. Let me go. Where is it? Not much. I mean, my camera's freaking out now, but there's not much RGB. This has a little bit of foam. Just the stock foam, whatever it was in there. Yeah, these are the linear ones. I think there was a tactile variant as well. Cool though, very fun. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. A little bit of a throwback build. We'll have some more fun stuff this week. We're doing, honestly, a lot of... Well, actually, we're doing a few throwback stuff. So if you guys are interested in watching some more, like, older boards, Chozo had a whole collection of stuff he sent over. So that's kind of the theme of this week. Which I'm down for. I'm really excited to do them all. Very classic. I don't know what button's which here, so... shoot, bear with me, guys. Okay, I think these are all bound to different things. Let me actually go into VIA. Authorize, connect. Oh, so this is Windows, and this is set to tab. Okay, so let's go find someone to raid. This is set to tab. Okay, so DM'd about the keyways. Sounds good. I'll probably respond either in a bit or probably tomorrow morning once I do a count. Hi, Naughty Penguin. How you doing? All right, let's go find someone to raid. I think Bull's doing something. He's doing some designing. This guy's designing or something. Thanks for tuning in. Oh shit, I don't have a slash on this keyboard. Okay, for now, Menta. Thanks for being here, everybody. Fun little thing, you know. Oak can raid now? Oh shit. Alright. You guys have a good one. I'm gonna do some last minute cleaning for CNY stuff. We gotta make sure we're clean into the new year, you know? And then that's it. That's gonna be my night. Just cleaning and work. Then I'm gonna sleep. So lead mods can also do raids on behalf of others. I guess so. I have to upgrade you too, Chozo. Remind me. I can't remember how I did it now. It was actually kind of weird to do. I had to like go into roles manually to do it. Alright though, guys. Have a good one. I'll talk to you guys soon. Probably tomorrow. Love you. Or actually, no, sorry, Wednesday. Love you. And talk to you later. Bye-bye.